Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killerrodan. And today I just figured I'd just do another quick little video here, just to do something for this channel. I'll post a link down below for my second channel where I'll be talking about movies and such, and of course, for us as well, if you're interested in some video game stuff, I guess, if that's your cup of tea. So I'm going to talk about two different subject matters which I haven't spoken about in a good while, and that will be, first, anime and pregnancy. And this is something I've talked about in some kind of capacity to some extent before, so I just thought I'd go back to this again, because just to expand upon what I've already stated. Because some people might be thinking, is it really weird to have an anime, whether it's an OVA, a miniseries, or just a long series, or a movie, or movies, if it's a series, just centered around pregnancy? Would that be weird? I don't think so, even though some people will think it's weird. It's like the whole process of pregnancy might seem off-putting to some people for whatever reason. Of course, this could be a really good way for like a slice of life kind of thing. That's like the most obvious thing, kind of thing, of course. Obviously, just to throw this out there, this is not a video about to say who should have kids and who shouldn't, who should be allowed to be pregnant and shouldn't, and who shouldn't be at all. That's not what this channel is about. If someone wants kids and have a family, extend the family, assuming they already have kids, or just start a family if they don't already have any. If you want to do that kind of a thing, more power to you. Obviously, you do have to have the resources, of course, because it doesn't cost a lot of money. I mean, okay, that's like the most obvious shit. Yes, of course, but you'd be surprised how many people don't know that. And yes, it's going to take quite a bit of time, obviously. And you can use that as a premise for a show or a movie or maybe an OVA or maybe even just a manga. Maybe a manga, but I know a lot of mangas out there. There's a lot of ongoing series, like multiple volumes. It's rare that you do like a one shot kind of a thing or just a standalone thing. But you can always use it as a writing exercise, I guess. The point being, yes, obviously you could do this in various ways, of course, and you can put this in a horror movie, a kind of a thing, I guess. But the trick here, if you have this in a horror movie, how do you put it in a way it doesn't come off just a plot device? You don't want the character just to be there, just to be dead weight, just to slow down the story, which it could if it's produced badly. That is, you don't want the character just to drag things out just because she's pregnant or whatever. Uh, uh, I don't get it. I don't get it if you just do it badly. I don't understand how people mess up a rather simplistic thing here, I guess. But anyway, there's anime out there that is centered around this kind of a theme, but I've noticed it's nowhere near as quite as popular. Really, it's not as quite as I guess as engaging for some people as something that's action packed or what have you. That's the thing. You think anime be a good way to center this kind of a thing because there's lots of anime out there, a slice of life. There's plenty of like slice of life type of anime out there. And even then, it might not be quite as popular. I mean, there are popular anime that have maybe like an episode centered around this, or have it be a part of the plot line, but not be the major plot line. Maybe just a certain aspect of it will be. Maybe a side character, perhaps. I don't know. But having this be front and center, I guess it's going to be a tricky thing, depending on how it's done, I suppose. I guess. Maybe. Whatever. I don't know. It depends how it's done, of course. You can even use this for like a sci-fi kind of setting, something out of space and whatnot. And the sci-fi genre is something that the anime had explored quite a few times before, anyway. So I don't know. You like, for example, the human beings have to go to like Mars and start off a new Earth there and just colonize it or something. I don't know. And just the thing is that just to have the human race start over. And no, I'm not saying like an Adam and Eve kind of thing because that would be like incest. And then second of all, you don't necessarily have to have anything biblical about it either. Anyway, because the thing is that you don't really need religion to live on and be a good person. But I'm not going to get too much into that because that seems like a whole entire debate on its own, really. And then the whole incest thing, that sounds like an entire bit on its own as well. But anyway, just throwing that out there real quick, just saying. But anyway, and I guess I'll mention this real quick. I know I'm not saying you have to be married, all right? I'm not saying you have to be married to have kids. Maybe that's something else you could make a story about. You go on against what's considered to be the norm. Just do your own life. Just do something where you feel comfortable. At the end of the day, you and your loved one, whomever that may be, I suppose, and just break away from traditions. I know when it comes to Japanese culture, they have their own traditions, obviously, like how the Western world does as well. Or like how the Indian culture, or even the Chinese, the Koreans, people in Mexico, Cuban, there's like multiple different traditions in various different cultures. And there's a lot that skipped over, obviously, I know that, but point being, they will have their own cultural thing going on, and that when it comes to being pregnant, getting married, or whatever. Or even if you don't want to even if you don't want to get pregnant at a wedding kind of thing, don't have a wedding. I'm not saying you have to, but all this kinds of stuff could be used as a plot line, make some kind of interesting, diverse kind of a thing somehow, and be inclusive to some extent without making it seem just because thrown in there just because has some actual weight to it somehow when it comes to dealing with the plot. I don't know. And I guess that'll be it, folks. I know I'm not really giving like a solid conclusion, pretty much. I just want to just think about, like, it's okay. I wouldn't mind seeing this, really, come to think about it. If the story's done properly, that is. Anyway, that'll be it. Thanks for watching, and take care. See ya. Oh, yeah.